What's up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome, of course, to the Not Your Mama's Fantasy Football League Volume 3, the Revenge Year Week 8 Power Rankings. That's right. Let's get right on in and... You heard the man. Let's go! Okay, well, welcome back to another edition of these here Power Rankings, and maybe you won, maybe you lost. Chances are 50% of the teams won, and the other half very well could have lost. So we're going into the Week 8 Power Rankings. We're coming in hot. Obviously, my Seattle Seahawks took the loss in overtime to the Cardinals, unfortunately. So... you know, they'll probably win another 5 games, lose a game, and win another 5 games. At least that's what I'm telling my crazy self. This past week, a lot of teams scored a whole mess of points. There's several teams that scored over 140 points, which is it's pretty cool. So, why don't we get into these rankings here from descending order from the worst to the best, from the 10 down to the 1, up to the 1, down to the flow. So we'll start with the 10th place team, and of course, it is the Misadventures of Robinson Kelso. That is right, with a 2-5 record. They scored 85 points, and Tanner's team is no stranger to defeat this year. Although, typically speaking, they get outscored, and the team that beats them usually is one of the best performing teams of the bunch. That is not the case this week, although... you can also look and see that the friggin' Mother Frenchers went 0-2. Then they went on to be the Adventures of Robinson Kelso, where they actually went 2-2. They split. Then they became the Misadventures of Robinson Kelso, and they are currently on an 0-1 campaign with this team name. So I'm excited to see where they go from here. They got nowhere but up to go. That's 10th place, moving right along. Next, we have the 9th place team. And this team did get a win, so they move up 1 slot, and it's the Cream Dudes. That is right, it is Adam's team. He's got the Joe Burrow, the DJ Moore, the Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I noticed he actually has 6 running backs currently, between Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Eclair, DeAndre Swift, Kareem Hunt, Joe Mixon, Antonio Gibson, and Jonathan Taylor. So if you're ever sitting to yourself wondering, man, where are all the running backs? Well, they're either injured and they're gone, or chances are they're on Adam's 9th place team, the Cream Dudes. Food for thought. Let's move right along here to the 8th place team on these here rankings, and we have, of course, AB Unworn Helmet. That is correct, with a 3-4 record. Didn't score 100 points this week. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it all figured out. But hey, this team should not be terribly concerned. They still got Russell Wilson, still got James Conner, Mike Evans, Marvin Jones, and the very streaky Tyler Boyd. That is correct. Tyler Boyd is who they also have. This week, he takes on the Misadventures of Robinson Kelso in a battle of the who's going to escape the basement haunted house. Well, I think we'll all be tuning in to find out. Moving right along to the 7th place team. The 7th place team is the Bongtown Herbologists. That is right. Andrew's team scored 114.5 points on the backs of A.J. Brown's and Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, Chase Claypool even put up half a point, but I'm sure that'll be a fluke situation. You know, Andrew, you lose one, you go down one. That's my notes here. That's all I wrote is you lose one, you go down one. So, 7th place, not a bad place to be. 3-4. There's a lot of 3-4 and 4-3 teams. It's still anyone's game. Although we have now gone beyond the halfway point for the season. We have less. We've done 7 games, but we have 6 left. So, got to start putting some gasoline in the tank, if you know what I'm saying. So let's move on to the 6th place team. The 6th place team, that's 5 with the 1, is Team Robs. That is right. They are 3-4. They scored 149 points this week, and they still lost. It's crazy. Coming in 6th place, but you gotta love that Evan's squad just put up such a heck of a lot of points. fun little stat here. Tyler Lockett and Tom Brady combined for 89.5 points, which actually, just that amount of points alone would have been sufficient to beat Whitney's team, Corey's team, or Tanner's team. Just those two guys. So, man, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, kind of fun. I was going to say kind of cun. Man, that's cun. So this week he takes on the Bongtown Herbologists. Calculations must be made and rosters probably set. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. So, okay, why don't we move along to the 5th place team. Number 5 here. As my battery on the camera is starting to go low, this is starting to going to go pretty quick, I think. So, the 5th place team is Lil Russ X. Whitney coming through, coming up. Did Whitney win? Yes, he did. Should we all bow down to the Whitdo? Because last week he scored the most points of anyone. What else? What else do we got? He won by 4 this week. He lost Odell Beckham for the year. Still got Deshaun Watson. Kenyon Drake are on... Well, those guys are on bye weeks. So, what does that mean? Well, guess what? It means that good luck, Whitney. Whitney, he's still in it. He's in it to win it. 5th place in these rankings, and we're all just this close to each other. We're in neck and neck, baby. So, why don't we move along to the 4th place team, shall we? How about the 4th place team? The 4th place team? The 4th place team is Bennett's house. That's right, Commissioner Ben back here and again, and I'm coming for blood. Did I score 124.5 points? You better believe it, baby. Mainly because Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins, they worked out this week. They combined for over 60 points just for the two of them. But when it turns out, my opponent, he didn't do it so good. So anyone would have beat him. Anybody would have beat my opponent this week. It didn't matter who you were, you would have beat him. So I beat him. All right, there we go. I'll see that this upcoming week, I take on Master Cook and Allen's team. More on his team later. And it's going to be probably one of the most important matches that I've had so far this year, I would think. Turns out also that Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and David Johnson are all on a bye week. And Chris Carson is probably not going to play. I can't replace all of them with Giovanni Bernard. So, good luck to me, bad luck to Allen. And we'll see what happens this weekend. Next, we have the 3rd place team on these here rankings. And, of course, we just got done talking about him. Let's bring him up again. His name is Master Cook. That's right. Allen's team scored 146.5 points this week. So let's hear it. Let's hear it for him. And that's even with Josh Jacobs only doing 3.5 points. So kudos to Allen's squad. It was mainly on the back of the Justin Herbert and Todd Gurley, who combined for over 60 as well. Justin Herbert went off. What can you say about Allen's team? Looking good. He's coming on strong right at the right time, and I'm hoping that I get to be the one to put a little fly in his punch bowl this weekend. But we shall see. He's in the top 3. We'll see for how long, though. Let's move along to the 2nd place team. The 2nd place team on these here rankings is Team Diaper Funds. That's right. Let's hear it for him. He just got done losing to me. He was in top place for a couple weeks. He lost to me. How many times can I mention that? He only got 72.5 points, mainly because Devontae Freeman and Jerick McKinnon combined for 0. He would have lost anybody. I highly doubt, though, that Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill will combine for 28 points again. They both got 14 points. That will not happen again. I would be stunned, mystified, blown away if that happens again. So, Corey's going to move on up. He just took a little tumble, and he'll be right back in the thick of it here in another couple weeks, I imagine. And that takes us all the way to the 1st place team. The 1st place team is a little spin of the chair, and we come squirreling back. A 1st place team, of course, you know him, you love him. You can't even believe that he scored the most points of the week. His name is Michael Cook, and he manages the Dak Prescott Memorial Team. What a battle. What a battle. Devontae Adams and the Kansas City defense combined for over 60 points. What was it? It was, I don't even know, 60-something points. The Kansas City defense got 24 points. Michael just, I watched a lot of the games on Sunday with Michael, and, the whole time he's like, I'm projected to win by 40. I'm projected to win by 30. Oh, now I'm projected to win. But it didn't really matter because, Evan's team came with Tom Brady and Tyler Lockett and really just squeezed in that victory margin down to it was Monday Night Football, and these teams were tied at 141 apiece going into Monday Night Football, where they both had one player playing. Running back David Montgomery on this side, running back Darrell Henderson on this side. Who's gonna do it? Who's Mario Luigi? Who's gonna win? Sonic and Knuckles? Who knows? I didn't know. I had no idea. I had a sneaky suspicion that Michael would win, and he did by half a point. He ended up with 149.5 points. So he's back at number one top tier team. Just so you know that this isn't a fluky thing, he was also on the top of the Fantasy Mountain weeks 3, 4, and 5. So 3, 4, 5, and now 8. Not bad. Not bad. So that's more than half of the games that we've played, more than half of the rankings that we've seen. Michael's been the man on top. So that's all I got, boys. Appreciate you tuning in this week. Make sure you like the video, comment on the video, and I guess that can be done. You can be done after that. So, Commissioner Ben, of course, signing off, and go Hawks.